The mysteries of Grayskull will be revealed. I have this exclusive set for the Masters of the Universe Origins. Open up, take a look at it. It's basically an expansion pack for your Castle Grayskull. So we have this kind of embossed box here. Of course, here's the elements that come inside. And this just kind of has a flap that opens up, and then the pieces are just exposed here. There's no plastic kind of wall. I mean, I'm touching them right now in here. A little bit of different artwork on the flap there too, of the trap door. Beware! So this just comes right out of the box. You kind of keep the box there. Pretty nice. One strap on the chest and two on the feet, and we have the Explorer spacesuit in ancient cosmic armor. Of course, this was just a little kind of cardboard cutout in the original Grayskull playset. Didn't come with the origin one at all. There's no reference to the spaceman. So here with this set, you're adding that to the Grayskull set. All different body here. He's got blue tanks, blue hose. This is connected here. Of course, you can kind of pull it out of the mouth. Can't really raise the arms too much with these sort of armor flaps here, but again, he is mostly supposed to just be a mannequin in the background of your castle. Still modular parts like all the other Origins figures. Crazy colors, I'm sure meant to recreate that. This armor is showing like a removable tab. He just kind of has this yellowish skin underneath here. You'd have to pop the head off to really get this armor off to check it out. The helmet is the head. You can't take the helmet off to see who's underneath or anything like that. It is kind of odd that there's a skin underneath there when this is just supposed to be a full space suit that some other character is potentially wearing. The missile piece kind of comes off the wrist there, so you can have him shoot this missile if you kind of imagined it being fired off. But again, you're probably going to just pose this as just standing inside the castle, not particularly using it as a character. Crazy colors, and then fully, sculpted all different kind of shapes and forms. So you're getting kind of an exclusive figure, a 3D-ified version of that original cardboard cutout. Pretty nice. Ooh, here we have the Spirit of Grayskull. Interesting that the skull piece and the base are a hard plastic, but these side wisps, I don't know if you can see if they're a little shinier, but they're kind of like a gel. They're actually movable. Ooh, boo! So you kind of get some movement there. You can kind of see close that those are attached because they're a completely different material and just made to be the color. You can see just kind of the dye swirls in here. I got some dark spots here that actually kind of help show the depth and things of it. I think people were complaining you couldn't see the skull shape in it with just the way they've done it. It is a little hidden in there, but I think in person it's a little better than pictures can really show. Again, you'd see this probably in the comics that came with the figures or booklets or things more, that this kind of skull wisp of smoke would talk to He-Man. I didn't think it was all different materials like that, so I like this kind of plasticky bit here, and they have that kind of smoky dye wisp inside the plastic. Pretty awesome looking piece. Wow, I think maybe it's like a hollow plastic in there, because you can kind of see a seam where this was put together. But I did not know about the kind of pliable parts like that. There's just a stand here. There is a peg for somewhere on the castle where this could kind of stay locked in place. Woo! So the trap door here, which has a spot to kind of hook to the ground of Grayskull here. Really, the trap door doesn't slide on either side. Doesn't fit very well on the side with the sticker trap door. And on the other side where there's a little more space, it still kind of sticks out and is kind of weird. So either side you can't really put the tentacle in because it's too tall. On the side with the trapdoor sticker, you can open the trapdoor, but then you can't use its feature because you can't close it because of the tentacle. So it's kind of best used just as an island onto itself with the playset open as just another trapdoor area. It does have an opening door, but just stone here. And some of the flecks on mine certainly don't look very amazing. Definitely just looks like a bird crapped on it. So again, we have a piece again where this is a hard plastic with the eye on the tentacle. And here, the seam here isn't a joint, it's just that this is a softer material that can bend, where this would not bend. So not articulated, but bendable a little bit, although I wouldn't stress it too much. I feel like this could rip out of this spot. I'm not sure if that's meant to be removable. I think where they kind of dropped the ball on this combo here, good idea. But if this is going to cover up the hole here, this just slides right into place pretty nicely, and then, you know, the trapdoor is up, that's coming out. Problem is, all around here, it's just the stone. It's not looking into the abyss, like the hole. And then since you're sliding this in place, it's covering the sort of iconic trapdoor picture that the box art shows. I think that what they needed to do was put that art around here, you know, without the grate, so that you could either have the grate down, and that kind of covers it in a sense, and then this spot would just kind of be black, anticipating you putting in the tentacle piece, which does kind of just go in if you do have the grate down. It fits into that spot. But visually, it just looks weird underneath here that there's not, it's just stone like on the outside. So it is posable with the grate down, with the grate up. I feel like the surrounding is just strange to do that way. So 3 big pieces. I believe the real, actual retail price, if I could play prices right, is $30 for the set when it came out. So $10 for each one. I mean, the Grayskull spirit is a little, not much going on for $10, but for $10 for a full figure, no reused parts, the space suit, this kind of whole mechanism that slides in and becomes a full part of the Castle Grayskull. With this kind of creature, you could do different posings and stories and things with. Well worth it. Unfortunately, you know, the aftermarket of an exclusive like this does kind of go up, but I still think it's a pretty good set. If you have a Grayskull that you're displaying opened up, these expansion pieces are great just to flesh out the playset even more. Of course, the Grayskull on its own is actually pretty decently stocked with things as it is, but a few expanded pieces definitely makes it stand out even more. So I was happy I was able to get a hold of this set, because a lot of people were not able to. I could have got some of the other exclusive, but this is the only one that really made sense to me in my collection over some of the others, like the Faker or the Horde. Great coloring, and then Grizzlorb, I think we'll get him later in the line, and we'll get, you know, the standard Horde troop anyway. Hopefully you like seeing these pieces put into the Castle Grayskull playset. Might want to leave a like if you like seeing it. So I open all my Masters Universe Origin stuff up here. Check out the full playlist of everything, and you could get subscribed. Make sure you don't miss any future releases that I'll be getting and opening up for sure. So until next time.